Every film project I do is like a journey for me. And although you can never predict what will happen on each journey, it all begins with having the courage to take the first step. When I was asked to go to China to train wolves for the film project Wolf Totem, it was unlike anything I had done before. And nothing could have prepared me for what I was walking into. But this is not my story. It's their story. The wolves who had the courage to take their first steps into a world they did not understand. At this moment, I knew I was in trouble. Everything wasn't as it should have been, and my only goal was to get the wolf pups into my care as soon as possible. But before I could do that, it required an extensive rebuild of the Beijing wolf base. The base designed for the wolves was built before I arrived in China, without my input. I knew for the base to work for me, and to give the pups the best chance possible at adapting to the world of filmmaking, I needed to make some significant changes. But I need to know when everything inside here will be finished. In that moment, I'm quite sure everyone was convinced I was completely crazy. I felt so alone in the middle of this partial nightmare, trying every way possible, via Alice, my translator, to express the urgency of getting the work completed as soon as possible. Okay, he's telling me that they won't finish until Sunday, so we have to bring the puppies on Monday. The day the pups arrived should have been a positive step forward for us. But again, it was not what I expected.
Oh, have a look in there, Davey.
When I saw how the wolves had been transported, I was at a loss for words, and extremely worried once again for the welfare of the pups.
I can't believe that they put them in those boxes, such small a space, hammered the lids on while they were inside. I'm speechless.
All I could do was watch as one by one the boxes were opened, revealing what was inside. It was really hard for me to understand everything I was seeing before me.
Oh, guys, it's all right. It's all right.
Finally, the last box was opened, and I was so happy to see a wolf pup sit up and look around. At that moment, I had no idea just how important that fragile little animal would become to me. After a few days, it felt as if the pups were beginning to adjust to their new home, and it was nice to see them begin to interact with each other.
Hey, buddy. Day one, just trying to get some interaction, trying to make them happier, more relaxed, and just find some stuff to stimulate their brains.
Right from the start, this little wolf caught my eye. He was so curious about everything. It was as if he was seeing the world for the first time, and in many ways, I suppose he was. I decided to call him Cloudy, just because I liked the name. And I would spend hours with him, every day, just waiting for that breakthrough moment between us, the turning point.
Cloudy!
And finally it came. A wolf will only eat when it feels comfortable and safe. Everything about their body language showed me they did not feel safe, and it filled me with doubt that we could ever make this film with them.
Come on, Johnny. Good boy. Come on, Johnny.
Every day we would try so hard just to make the smallest step forward with the wolves. Every little positive interaction was a victory for us.
Come on, Johnny. The little buggers are just terrified.
Cloudy, on the other hand, was really starting to grasp the training.
Cloudy.
Despite his age and size, he appeared to have a natural understanding of what I was asking him to do.
There he is. Cloudy. Good. Calming down now. Good. Good boy. Stay. Good, Cloudy. Good boy. Stay.
Without question, working with him was a highlight of every day for me.
Come on, buddy.
Whenever I began to feel defeated with the situation around me, his enthusiasm for work would always change my mind to a positive place, giving me a little hope.
Cloudy.
Playtime is an important part of a wolf's development. It gives them an opportunity to interact with each other and practice fighting skills, which Parker and Cloudy would always practice on Silver, their little sister. And they were always very unwilling to share their bathtub with anyone, no matter how big it was. Just as the pups had started to settle into their new life, we were hit with yet another hurdle. For some unknown reason, many of the pups suddenly became paralyzed in their back legs. The symptoms would last for a few hours, and then they were okay again. Even the vet had never seen anything like this before. All the pups were given their routine vaccinations, and blood was taken and sent to the lab for testing.
No one could really tell us what happened to the wolves. Someone told us it could have been the local toads, that they come out at night and they were going into the wolf pens and the wolves were playing with them and getting some toxin in their mouth. So maybe that's caused it, but it's something we'll never know for sure.
During the summer months, the farmers would often cut the branches from the trees to help feed their sheep. This was done with a very simple but effective tool. Once the sheep were done, the remains were picked up for winter firewood.
Come on, guys. Johnny, baby, come on. Good girl.
As the weeks went by, the wolves continued to progress with us. The very shy ones found the courage to eat from our hands. The security of having a fence between us made them feel safe. Outside the cage, they were very wary about approaching me in the open space. Everything the pups had gone through before coming to us had made them completely untrusting of humans. But once I had Cloudy join the group, he gave them the confidence to come right up and eat from my hand. It was amazing to see how, even at this young age, the wolves were stronger as a pack. A main part of their day was their playtime together. That was when we could see all their individual personalities starting to show. Cloudy was bigger than everyone else, but he was always gentle with the smaller wolves, although he did still find time to argue with his little sister.
On, Parker. Parker. On your mark. Stay. Stay. Good. Stay. Stay. Everyone, as you can see, is getting much larger in size. We've started running a group of 10 together so that they can bond as a unit. And every day you can see the changes in their personalities. Some are getting more and more confident. Some are still trying to work out a few issues.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. It's tough because all you want to do is show them that you're not a threat, that everything you're going to do is positive and safe for them. But they're such an untrusting animal. So every day is just a slow step. And you forget you can't rush it. You want to take so many leaps and bounds and make everything better and right for them. But in their world, it's not right. Even if you do the same routine day in, day out, you change it slightly one day and it's almost like you're back to square one. They have to take their time, approach with caution, and figure everything out again. It was so refreshing when the rain arrived. It was as if all our troubles were getting washed away, giving us a clean start. And I think the wolves felt the same way. As the wolves lay around enjoying the cooler temperatures, I was struggling to find a vehicle suitable for transporting the wolves to Inner Mongolia for our filming. Then I saw delivery trucks on the streets of Beijing, and it gave me an idea.
We're going to buy one and kind of convert it and hopefully make 2, 3, 4, 5 doors on it. Stick a little window in each one so they can see out. Build some sort of ramp that comes down like this so that we can park it, open a door, and get it here to the base and just let the wolves run up and down the ramp. Very hopeful. It's looking good. It's looking really nice. So now we just fix a ramp and open a gate and let the wolves come in, and they'll be the judge. They'll tell us how good or how bad it is.
None of the wolves wanted to come near me or the truck. It was probably one of the strangest things they'd ever seen.
Come on, Clyde. Cool.
Clyde was trying so hard to reach me without putting his back feet onto the ramp. The other wolves just watched in amazement as I tried to convince Cloudy the truck was safe.
Clyde, come on. Good. Here. Come on.
Everything with these wolves was a step-by-step process. Small steps to reach the bigger end goal.
Oh, good boy. There he goes. There he is.
Once Cloudy did overcome his hesitation to get into the truck, he stood overlooking the other wolves like a hero. And when he went back to them, they treated him like a hero who had just survived an epic battle. He was, without question, their leader. Cloudy had given the pack the confidence to overcome their fear, and suddenly the truck was now a playhouse for them. Every day in China, we would see something new. And that day, we stumbled upon a corn site. Thousands of cobs of corn would be taken here by local farmers and laid out on the cement to dry. Surprisingly, most of the work was done by hand. And although we had no idea what was being said, it was fun to sit and help with the process and laugh with the workers for a while.
What'd she say?
Let me get over the table.
As we approached our first winter in Beijing, the wolves were fully settled into their new home. And to my surprise, Cloudy's brother Parker suddenly began to interact with me in a very playful way. It seemed the many hours spent with him trying to build a bond was finally paying off.
It's too much. Who's this? This is Clay.
The wolves were also making huge advancements in their training. Despite not being able to touch most of them, they all began to understand what we wanted them to do.
Good boy! Nice work! Good one! Come on, on your mark. Stay. Good.
As they grew older and more confident, they also began to try to find their place within the pack. For now, they were just testing each other, but I knew one day soon it would be for real. The fresh snow was a wondrous new thing for the wolves. They were certainly not behaving like a wild pack of wolves you read about in fairy tales. These animals were actually having fun together, in a very social way. They truly are one of the most misunderstood animals in the world, and I was glad we managed to capture these moments on film.
When we got to work, I could tell there was something wrong with Cloudy. I didn't know what it was, but he just wasn't acting at his normal self. So we called the vet and to ask if we could take him in, and she said, sure, bring him right in. So when we got there, we did some routine x-rays, and we saw that he had a blockage in his intestine. So it was kind of a routine operation. I went to the waiting room. Rain took him in, and we put him on the table and started the operation. And I was sitting in the waiting room, and time passed, and then I had this urge to go and see him. And he was on the table, and everybody was rushing around, really crazy, really busy. And I said, well, what's wrong? What's going on? And nobody would talk to me. And then I looked over and I saw the monitor Cloudy was hooked up to. I saw it was completely flat. And at that moment, I realized he was dead. And it was a huge, huge moment. It was like time stood still for a second. And I just remember looking at him on the table, and he was everything to me at that point. He was the inspiration for every day. He was the one I connected with. He was everything. And I remember falling back against the wall in the surgery, and I just kept looking at him, and I kept saying to him in my head, I kept saying, Cloudy, you got to come back. You can't leave me here. I kept saying over and over, Cloudy, you got to come back. You can't leave me. I need you. You got to come back. And it just seemed like forever, and everything was just. And then the vet turned to me and she said, he came back, he's back. And I don't know why he came back, but it's a moment I'll never I'll never forget, and it's a moment I'll never question.
Wolves heal extremely fast. They have to in order to survive in the wild. By the time summer arrived, Cloudy was back to full health. My relationship with the other wolves continued to grow, and although we still could not touch them, they loved to interact with us through play. It was like a big game of cat and mouse between us. They all worked together to try and figure out the best way to catch me. But when I would tell them playtime was over, they would always fully respect that.
Time out. Time out.
An understanding had developed between us that I could not put into words. I had never had a relationship like this with wolves before. It was unique and extremely special to me.
So here we are, this is the day we've waited on for weeks. It's 33 degrees Celsius and we just finally got a big bathtub for the wolves. We filled it with water and they won't come near it, they're terrified. So much for the theory of the big scary wolf. Now we gotta back away and let them come and investigate it for themselves.
Wolves are very suspicious of anything new in their environment, regardless of whether they are in the wild or in captivity.
I know once they put their first feet in it, they're gonna love it.
As I suspected, Cloudy was the first wolf to try out. But I knew the water wouldn't stay clean for long, once the others discovered how good it was. The time for us to leave Beijing had finally come. The rest of my crew had arrived, and we loaded equipment and wolves into the trucks and settled in for an 11-hour road trip to our next filming location. The journey gave my crew the chance to see how beautiful this country was, and also to bond and relax with each other. We arrived just as the sun was going down, giving us enough time to unload the wolves and see our new home for the next 3 months.
So we're gonna turn this truck around so his ass is sitting right here. Sally, go and take Katie with you and just open the truck, open the door so the wolves can see where they are before it gets dark.
Hey, very good. Have a look. Good boy.
The wolves loved their new location. So many new scents for them to roll in, green grass everywhere, and lots of space to run around.
I never actually thought we'd actually get here after 16 months sitting in Beijing. It's really cool.
It's got to be a relief.
It's a huge relief, mate. It's a huge relief. First time putting them in the truck and driving 11 hours here. Then you let them out, you never know if they're all upset, if they're going to run the fence trying to find a way out or what they're going to do. But these guys are doing really well. All they want to do is roll and everything.
This new location was such a change from being in Beijing. Even my crew seemed to be relaxing and enjoying the calmness around us before the crazy filming schedule began.
Look at that.
We were at this location to film a very intense, high-energy sequence between wolves and horses, but I had some concerns about the wolves.
They're not as fit as they could be. They're not fit like wild wolves because they haven't had a huge area like this in Beijing. So they've got to run in circles and do some stuff, but never a 100-meter straight run like this.
My first step was to run Cloudy and Parker with 2 horses. The quad bike was in between to act as a buffer, but also to get the wolves familiar with the moving vehicle beside them.
Wolves are coming out.
Once all the wolves had done the same routine, the next step was trying with the whole pack.
Hey, buddy.
To begin with, the girls would ride the horses, so they had more control of them in case something went wrong.
Ready? Keep their names, keep their names, keep their names. You guys, come here. Go.
Then we added another 2 horses. This also allowed us to try and work out the correct speed we needed to catch the good moments on camera.
Everyone ready? Go, go, go.
The final step was to have all the horses run free alongside the wolves. It took a few days to get the wolves, horses, and camera bike all aligned with the correct speed and timing. But in the end, we got the results we wanted. Despite my initial doubts about the wolves' fitness, they had shown me they were focused and ready to work. Before any filming can begin, we always have to scout each filming location in advance. These scouts usually involve a lot of walking, a lot of talking, a lot of planning, and a lot of deep thinking. It gives us a chance to raise any concerns we may have.
Now, this is one of these situations where we're talking about the camera behind the wolves. Yeah. So their comfort level.
We're gonna shuffle you guys 3 feet to the left.
Often, we will use the trainers to work out where the wolves will be placed in the scene. Things are checked and checked again. Photos are taken to be viewed later. There are always moments of confusion, and finally, someone will tell us it's time to go home. Everyone should leave with a clear understanding of what we're going to film on that location. The next day started really bad for me. Clyde had gotten into a fight with his brother Parker. I had no idea why it started, but it was a turning point in the structure of the wolf pack. Within a wolf pack, the lead wolf is a boss, until another wolf decides he wants the position more.
It's all right.
Clyde was not badly hurt in the fight, but it was clear to me he was shaken up by the experience.
Knock it off, you.
I watched Parker walk around proudly. Even though I was mad at him, I understand it is just how things are in nature. Silver tried to clean Cloudy's battle wounds, and the rest of the pack even came over to console him. But suddenly Parker appeared. His tail was straight out in a dominant position, and he made it clear to everyone he was now in charge. So to get ready for this sequence in particular where the wolves massacre all the horses, we have to train the wolves to do specific things that in the end result is all put together, all the actions put together to make one continuous sequence that the audience will see. So some of the things we'll train the wolves to do can seem simple, like jumping up on a table, but we have to have them jump up with a cameraman on top of the table, put a camera underneath so they get used to jumping over equipment. We're having wolves chase ATVs, teaching wolves to snarl. We're doing sequences where 2 or 3 wolves will stay on their marks while another 2 or 3 wolves exit the frame. And our biggest thing that we're doing here on this location is training wolves to run alongside horses with just a small area between them. Our hope is that when people see this, they will wonder how it was done. And if they wonder how it was done, then we've done our job because they can't figure it out. This was a big day for us, and for Cloudy. His first day in a film set, and he was alone without his pack for support. I knew he would feel a lot of pressure on him today, and all I could do was give him as much support as I could.
Come on, mate, let me show you where you're working. Come on, buddy, let's go. Come on, lads. That's a lot of stuff there, hey? There's a lot of stuff there today. Come on, we've got one more to go. Go, boy. Go, boy, Cloudy Clubs. That's a lot of stuff for a wolf to take in, hey? Good. Stay. Stay. You're all right.
I could tell he was nervous, and I hoped my bond with him was strong enough to give him the confidence he needed.
It's all right. It's all right. On your mark. On your mark. Move over. Cloudy, move over. Good. Stay. No. Back up, back up.
It's never easy to take a wolf onto a film set for the first time. Everything is strange and suspicious to them. My job is to block out all the other distractions around us and focus on Cloudy, making him feel comfortable.
Stay. Stay.
Cloudy positions himself on the mark and we begin filming. But the pressure of everyone behind him was too much and he moved to be closer to me.
No. On your mark. On your mark. Good boy. It's all right. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. Good. Stay. He's moving to here. My question is, do you want me to leave him here? Or do you want me to reset him every time to there? He's just choosing this as his comfort level because it's closer to me and further away from the camera. Gladius.
You have to always understand what the animal you're working with is trying to tell you.
That's the one he's choosing right there.
Once Cloudy showed me where he was comfortable working,
Good.
we got the shot easily. Then we just needed the shot of Cloudy turning around to look at the other wolves to complete this scene.
The wolf looks that direction, then turns his head that way, as we did.
Yes.
And I need to give him a cue to land.
Snow. Snow. Good boy, that's a lot of stuff happening now, eh?
Artificial snow and wind machines are about as unnatural as you can get for a wolf. And once again, Cloudy began to feel the pressure around him.
Stay. You're all right. Hey, Cloudy. Cloudy, I'm right here. Cloudy, come here.
But his trust in me was stronger than his fear of the situation.
Go on, stay.
And he held his position and looked back at the camera, just as scripted.
Go on. Go on. Right here. Good boy. Stay, Cloudy. Look at me. Right here. Go on. That's good. Right now, I'm really happy. I didn't actually know coming into it if he would go up there and stand on his mark with the wind machines, the snow machines, the people running around, the 2 cameras and the crane right up behind him coming over his head. But he blew me away, blew me right out of the water. I couldn't be more prouder of him right now. He was absolutely fantastic. When we came here, we thought it would be a little cold and a little windy, but that's normal for Canada stuff. But I just didn't figure on the wind being quite as strong. It's knocked down a fence today and took off all our black stuff we put up for our blue screen rehearsal. The locals were telling me it's not the cold here that make them leave, it's the wind. It's just constant, unbearable. And as we can see today, it's pretty effective. Hurts your eyes.
Finally, the snow had arrived, and we could begin working with the horses and wolves. No one knew how long the snow would stay, and tensions were a little high within the production crew to get the shots they needed quickly.
Hey guys. Wolves are out. Hey guys, come here. Okay, Davey, take them back over here. Keep them here. Talk to him. Give him a piece of food. Ready, Joseph? Go ahead and roll.
Rolling.
Here we go. Horses, go. Go, Wolf, go, Wolf, go, Wolf, go, Wolf.
After the first try, I could see there was a problem with the horses, which was pointed out to me.
Horses too slow.
Yeah, let's just keep on going. Keep going.
Okay.
Quicker we'll get good stuff for you. Let's reset everything, guys. Go, Wolf.
The second take was much better, but the wind was once again creating problems for us.
Gotta be good. The blue screen, it keeps, every time the wind picks up, the blue screen takes off. Blows out, scares the horses, scares the wolf.
The third take was perfect, and now we had to quickly switch the positions of the wolves and horses for the next shot.
Start moving with the wolves,
Yeah.
and then the light goes,
Yeah.
and I see them with the horses in the back.
Okay. Action horses. Action wolves.
The thing to remember when making a film is that it's not what you see around you that matters. It's what the camera captures that's important. Too often people forget that.
Got the shot? Excellent. That's great. The man's happy? Yeah, he's happy. Excellent.
The take before on the crane was very good. This time we are more in front of the horses, but we still have those, bullets like the wolves going
Zooming out.
by, and I think that with all the takes I have and the various camera, I think I covered that situation.
Perfect. Biggest frustration has got to be communication. Nobody seems to know what anyone else is doing, whereas only a few of us speak English, and trying to communicate with all the snow departments, wind departments, special effects, visual effects, camera car, quad car. It's just, that's our biggest heartache, is the communication. And then no one understanding what wolves are and how to film with wolves. But every day is a step forward, I think.
To simulate the aftermath of the wolves being trampled by the horses, we decided to use their love of scents to our advantage.
The thing with the scenting is it's not a trained behavior. It's an intimate behavior for them. So they come in, they like the smell, they roll. If they're apprehensive about it, the scent will mean nothing to them. Okay. So to get your insert shot, all I'm saying is if we go too much overboard, they might not scent.
Stand by.
Hi, Bucky!
The scent of the day was mint toothpaste, and Parker was the chosen wolf.
Find it.
It's all right, right here.
Good boy. Find it.
It's all right.
Find it.
Oh boy, Park.
Boy, find it.
Nice work, mate. That's good, eh?
Find it.
Smells good. It's all right. It's all right. That's good, Parky.
Find it.
Good. Good boy, Parker. Nice work. That's good. That's good, Parker.
Find it.
You're all right, buddy.
Find
Right
it.
here. It's all right, Parky. It's all right, Parky. Nice work. Good boy. As you can see, we have a pink wolf this morning. We had a beautiful dying scene in the snow yesterday with all the blood and everything. And now in the clear light of day, he's pink. So obviously we can't have a pink wolf. And we can't wash him. So we're gonna make a mud pile in his pen. Make it all muddy, a little bit of water, and put some scent in it and try and get him to roll in the scent to turn all the pink, cover it with mud. That's our hope. Good, that's good, Parker. You roll, buddy. Give me a good one on the right side. He's a good one on the right side.
He looks good, though. Look at him.
You better than you did a minute ago.
Yes.
Obviously, it was going to take a little work. All our shots with the wolves required snow, but the weather was extremely unpredictable. So when it did arrive, we knew we would be busy for the next few days.
Last night, as you can see, we had a huge dumping of snow, so everyone's super excited to film over in the back area here. which we affectionately call the arena. This one isn't the trampling, this is just the chasing.
Yes.
Yeah, and the trampling with
After that, we do a second thing, which will be, but that's after.
Yeah, that's when they're stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where you want the fences.
Yes.
For right now, when we do the wolves, you just want the wolves running crazy in all different directions as if they're chasing the horses. Okay.
For this sequence, we filmed the horses and the wolves at different times, and then put them together in post-production. So this was one of the easier days for the wolves. All they had to do was race around the arena in different directions. But of course, they had to roll around a little first.
Welcome back.
Once again, there was a big difference in what we were seeing compared to what the camera was seeing from overhead. Sometimes it was easy to forget we were working with a pack of wolves, because they were always so respectful of the trainer's hands and waited patiently to be fed. After a few quick shots, it was time to bring in the horses. This was the first time we had seen so many Mongolian horses running together, and they seemed to be as fast and as tough as they had been described in the book. They were running in different directions just as the wolves did, and later, all the footage was layered together to make everything look seamless. It was a completely safe situation for both the wolves and the horses, and it was an achievement to have done this scene with real animals. With her work completed for the day, it was time for a little fun.
So cute, Rain. Oh, I do like it too.
Fall over when I pick her up.
You're Maori. Ow! Does it hurt? No, but it feels so weird. It feels like I'm gonna fall any minute. Go on, you're fine. Oh, Rain, you're priceless.
Once the bulk of the wolf and horse scene had been completed, the next few nights were spent working on getting all the other action elements needed to complete the sequence.
Easy, buddy.
Good boy.
Whether it was Cloudy working alone or the entire pack together, they worked night after night, never missing a shot. Our first block of shooting was over, and I was proud of what they had overcome to reach this point. We had raised a pack of wolves we could barely touch. We had let them live as a pack, work as a pack, and interact with each other as a pack. And that made everything real and natural on screen.
I was just saying to the guys, at least I got to dress up for Halloween. It is Halloween today.
Yes, I forgot.
So I'm Smurf.
Oh, very cute.
What we were here to achieve was the main choreography. And I think we did that quite brilliantly.
Today is December 25th, 2012. This is our second Christmas in Beijing, second Christmas in China, and we've taken a break from filming, not for a holiday reason, just because filming's stopped for the Christmas period for everybody else except us. As you can see in the background, still here, still have the wolves. Everything is still going according to plan. And the wolf pack is Parker, who was always kind of in the top three. He's now taken over from Cloudy as the top wolf. He's gotten bigger, he's gotten stronger. He's lifting his leg, he's the only guy that lifts his leg. He's peeing on everything, he's trying to mount all the females. So it's an interesting change in dynamic for us because he never was the top one, and now he's taken over that top position. So I'm hoping it doesn't affect things too much, but only time will tell on that factor.
As we headed into the new year, Parker was still very much in charge. As he practiced his moves on Silver, Cloudy was having to defend his position against Forrest. Forrest had always been in the third spot, but now he had made it clear he wanted to move up, and I wasn't sure Cloudy could stop him. It was only a few weeks until we left for our next filming location. Because the weather had been so unpredictable before, I decided to go and scout the new wolf base to make sure everything was ready for us. What I found was a complete disaster. Mother Nature had not been kind to us here.
Wow. This is kind of hard to fathom.
Wherever I looked, the scene was overwhelming.
We were told we had to build it in this hollow down here. And one of my fears was it would either flood with water or get drifted with snow. And as you can see, that's exactly what's happened. All the snow has drifted in, filled in the hollow, and now parts of it have started to melt. These guys have been working their butts off for the last 2 weeks to try and clear all the snow out. All the big areas are cleared, but even in all the kennels, it's just, it's solid ice, almost right up to the top. It's exactly 3 weeks and 3 days till we're supposed to start shooting here on the grassland with baby wolf puppies and what have you. And it's kind of depressing. I don't see how it's going to happen. I can't imagine it's going to happen.
Nothing was as intense as feeding time with the wolves, but everyone knew which house was theirs, and they were all happy to go in at night for dinner. And Parker would always pick on someone to prove he was still the boss at the end of the day. Once the food bowls appeared, the excitement started. They were some of the most acrobatic wolves I had ever met. Most of the wolves like to eat right away, but Yo-Yo always saved a little for later. During a visit to the Gin FX workshop, I suddenly had an idea that could help us achieve a shot later, involving a wolf running an impossible long distance, holding a fake lamb in its mouth.
This one just needs to move
over a little bit.
I'm not sure our dog Rusty agreed with me, but I like the idea so far. In April, we drove back to Red Mountain, only to find the weather was not what we expected.
Good boy, Clay. Good.
But it was a good chance for Cloudy and Parker to show off their catching skills. The dynamics within the wolf pack had settled down for a few weeks, but once again Forrest had his eye on Cloudy's position. Normally, the pack leader will stop this behavior if he thinks it's unfair, and Parker was giving Forrest some little warnings. Cloudy did not want to fight, but Forrest would not stop pushing him. Finally, Parker had had enough, and he pinned Forrest to the ground. Wolf fights are hardly ever bloody between males in this situation. It's all about dominance and who wants it more.
It's one of these hard things to watch because you have your alpha wolf, or the one that used to be the alpha wolf. He's the sweetest one, the best worker. And then you have Forrest, who's the up and coming, and he just wants the position more, and he's taking all these cheap shots at Cloudy. And it's just nature. You can't fight it. You can't will him to be stronger. You can't will him to be tougher. It's just the way he is.
Teaching a wolf to hold anything in its mouth and take it to a specific mark is extremely difficult and sometimes impossible. Asking Silver to do it with a fake lamb is an unbelievably tough challenge for Sally Joe. Silver's instinct was to run away with the lamb and probably tear it apart. Food can often work as a distraction to get it back before that happens.
Go, Mark. Go up. No, Mark. Go up. Good. Very good. Silver. Mark. Come, Mark. Stay. Very good. Take. Go, Mark. Go, Mark. Go, Mark. Stay. Good. Look here. Hey. Oh,
Silver understood what she had to do, but she couldn't fight her instinct to be a wolf. For Sally Joe, this required a lot of patience. And also knowing when to call it a day.
all right.
Horses are as common in Mongolia today as they have always been. People still use them for herding cows and droving sheep throughout the grasslands. However, you can also find them on the roads. Springtime finally arrived, and with it came our new wolf pups.
This for them.
Is that C-section?
Yeah.
Looks like a squirrel.
So that's the C-section guy, and that's the biggest girl we have there.
Whoa.
Look at the difference.
Andrew, look at the difference. Oh my goodness. That poor animal.
Meerkat. It looks like a meerkat.
Oh my god.
Little C-section puppy, eh? You should be dead by rights, fella. Hmm? You should be dead by rights.
One of the pups had been born by C-section and was extremely small. Before he arrived, I had decided to name him Seesaw. Although he was so much smaller than the rest, there was something special about him that caught my eye. I had a feeling this little wolf would prove everyone wrong for doubting him. One of the main sequences in the film is when the wolves attack the sheep by climbing over an impossibly high wall.
To get them coming up, as you saw in the video, we were on this table, you know, trying to stay back and get them to come up. Because when they come up, We have to intermittently feed them as a reward, otherwise they just go, screw you.
You know what? You'll show me what
Yeah.
you need.
The actual sheep pen would be built in another location. Today, we were just using a section of the wall to film the close-up shots.
Come on, come on. Come on, kids, let's go. Come on, guys. Come on. Nice work, good. Come on, Parky, let's go. Up, up. Good, good, good. Good, good, Yo-Yo, good. Good, Yo-Yo. Right here, Yo-Yo. Go, go. Come on. Good, good. Good way, Forrest. Come on, guys. Up, 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 up.
These wolves would always surprise me. Every time we asked them to do something, they not only did it, but they did it better than anyone could have hoped for. The director needed one shot of a wolf jumping down into the pen. I wasn't sure if the wall was too high, but my best chance of getting the shot was asking Cloudy.
Good. Good boy. Can you jump down there? Buddy, come on. Good. Good boy. Come on, son. You can do it. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on.
Where's the lure?
Come on, Cloudy. That's my boy. Come on, buddy. Good, good, good. Oh, good boy.
Right now, at this moment, they just blew me away. They blew the director away. Everyone's happy. The two girls, Peanut and Yo-Yo, have been super. They've come right up, and on this last take, Yo-Yo discovered that when she got to the top of the wall, she could hang there, and then she could get up and walk around. And it's just one of these things. You have these wolves that we've trained and you can't touch. So everything you're doing with them is just through trust and just hoping that they're going to work out what you want them to do. And today, I don't know, my heart swells with Yo-Yo. She came up on there, she knew what she could do, and she walked back and forth like a star. And I'm so proud of her, and it sucks because I can't hug her and tell her how great she is.
Everything good with these yahoos?
However, inside her vet had concerns over the health of little Seesaw.
But it's like he's not growing.
So he drank like 15.
One of her dogs for the film had puppies she was nursing. So I had an idea I wanted to try.
Stay. Yep. Stay. Good. Good girl.
I had never done this before, but I was willing to try anything to give little Seesaw the best chance at surviving.
Stay. Nope. Stay. Good. Stay.
That's good.
And it appeared to be just what he needed.
That's good.
Good. Stay.
That's good.
Stay.
From here? Silver.
This is an extremely hard scene for us.
Good.
Silver had to carry the fake lamb up the hill to her mark, drop it, and turn around to look at Sally before running away.
Get it. Get it. Good, man. Good. Go, Mark. Go on, go on, go on. Good. Right there, right there. Good. Stay. Good. Look here. Go.
Silver was given the lamb and shown her position from a close distance to begin with.
Good job. Good girl. Good.
Then we would try the full scene.
Come on, Sil. Good. All right, come on. Come here. Go, Mark. Go, Mark. Go, Mark. Mark. Stay. Stay. Silver.
However, on the first try, Silver couldn't resist her instinct to become a wolf. The urge to rip and shake the lamb was too much.
Wait, go.
Good. Right here. Right here. Silver. Right here. Good, good, good. Come on. Come on. Good.
Without question, Sally was frustrated and disappointed. But the secret to working with wolves is keeping your emotions under control. You have to trust your animal and believe in what you're doing.
Good girl, Silver. Come on.
Good, good. Ready? Good. Go, Mark. Go on. Go on. Go on. Stay, stay, stay. Silver.
Unfortunately, the next attempt goes the same way. Actually, it goes worse, and the lamb is destroyed.
Now. Good. It's okay. Okay. Oh, good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good. Ready? Good. Ready? Good. Go, Mark. Go on. Go on.
With a new lamb, we tried again. But Silver missed her mark and dropped the lamb early.
Stay. Go on. Go on. Call her, Andrew.
Sylvie, on your mark.
Right here.
Silver, come on, let's go.
Got it,
Go, girl. Come on, sweetie.
Good. Good girl, let's go.
Sally called her in one more time, but Silver was hesitant to take the lamb.
Go, 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 Sylvie. Pick it up.
Good, good,
Go,
good.
take it.
Go, Mark. Go on,
Mark.
go on.
Good, good.
Stay. Right there, look here. Go.
Silver did it perfectly, but we needed to do it one more time to be sure they had the shot.
Good, Sylvie, good.
Good, ready? Ready? Go.
Go on,
Mark.
Silver,
Go
go
on,
on.
go on. Go on. Right there. Good, look here. Go.
Bravo, Sally. Sally. Well done. So we are moving on. Sally, bravo.
She did it.
Sally got the applause she deserved. She had remained calm and handled the situation perfectly.
Very, very good job.
And Silver got a little extra too.
Very good.
At the end of every workday, I would always check on the pups, especially little Seesaw.
Hey, Woo.
Yes, come on.
We have a camera for a second.
Okay.
Are they all sleeping?
Yes.
Right now.
No.
Look, this is a little guy that had the C-section. Look at him. Seesaw. Hey. Look at the size of you.
It's just not right.
It was always a shock to see how small and fragile he was.
I'm sorry, buddy. This little guy was a C-section, and he's 2 weeks older than these guys.
The next day it was time to pack up again for another long drive to our last location.
So that's your seat for the next 12 hours?
At least 12 hours, mate, yeah.
Your window doesn't look very nice.
No, it never looks very nice, but I can get up, I can walk around. It's like being an airplane, really. 13 hours, mate.
This was the 8th time we had packed and unpacked our base, so everyone knew exactly what to do. And Joanna was eager to feed the pups their first solid food.
It's going to be a complete mess. They're going to be covered from head to toe. You ready?
Yeah.
Pink and Blue didn't seem to miss their milk bottles as they ate their new meal.
Hey, Blue.
We finished unpacking and got ready to start the final stretch of our journey with these wolves. The wolves had settled into their new home again, and Parker was still in charge. As he matured, he got a lot more playful with me.
Don't take my shovel, Parky! Don't take my shovel! Oh, Parky! Parky, 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 Parky! Parky, Parky! Parky!
We had to make a creative wolf den, with plenty of access from behind for the wolves, and then the camera would look in the hole and see a wolf snarling back. It was another challenging situation for us, to snarl a wolf in such a tight area. So that day, I just wanted them to feel comfortable going in and out of the den.
Go boy, Parker! That's fine.
What started out as a crazy idea was about to get put into practice. The shot of a wolf running a great distance, holding a lamb in her mouth, was too complicated to achieve within our schedule. And because the wolf would only be seen from very far away, I decided to turn our dog Rusty into a wolf. I could only imagine what the sheep were thinking as they watched this. With the cameras ready and Rusty fully dressed, it was time to put this crazy idea to the test. And just to be sure everyone had the perfect shot, Rusty did it again. Our job is to get the director the shots he needs in the best way possible. And Rusty had proven that even crazy ideas can have their place in movie making. There is no way I could ever manage to make this project without having the right people around me. They are so key to not only helping with the daily chores, but also in keeping each other, including me, grounded. From driving quad bikes to handling spooked horses. From babysitting wolf pups on set to handling dog pups in the scene. Putting up miles and miles of fencing. And packing and unpacking so many times.
Oh my God.
Impossible chores to moments of trust. Moving heavy loads, which were sometimes as big as themselves.
It's too long. You wanted them long.
Having my back and sharing our meals. Finding creative solutions and entertaining routines. These are the people who kept me going at all times. It is always harder to work animals at night, especially wolves. All their senses are heightened, and they are so aware of every little thing around them. Normally, when we snarl a wolf, we will have a leash on them to maintain control. But none of these wolves will accept a leash, not even Cloudy.
Good boy. He's in. Good boy.
Cloudy knew who the bone was. He could smell it.
He's up.
But we just had to wait until he was comfortable going into the small hole with everyone around him.
Go boy, Cloudy Clubs. Go boy.
Finally, Cloudy found the bone, and we were ready to begin.
Big one. Come on, come on.
Suddenly, Cloudy came out of the hole with a clear warning to everyone.
It's all right, buddy. It's all right. It's all right. You're good. Watch me. You wait.
Cloudy quickly went back to work and gave the director exactly the shot he needs.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Right on cue, the other wolves began to howl, and Cloudy was finished for the night.
Very good. That was nice.
It's one, we have edited everything as we go along, and that was the one shot he needed to make his sequence complete. So today was just throw the dice, gamble again, and put Cloudy in the hole, and try this little bone trick we used in the bottom of the hole, and just let it go. And he did it. As always, he came through and he pulled off the shot, and they're happy once more. So not a bad end to a rough start.
Nothing will upset a film schedule quicker than heavy rain on the grasslands. It instantly turns the top few millimeters of dirt into mud, making it impossible to drive on, and giving us the embarrassment of being late and getting pulled to work. We were at this location to shoot the sequence of the wolves breaking into the sheep pen. We would shoot the moment when the alpha wolf sees the sheep going into the pen, and then returns with the rest of his pack to attack.
Stay.
Cloudy was now a complete professional at work. He had accepted his role as a film wolf, and he understood exactly what I wanted him to do.
Stay.
And even when I dropped into a hole to hide from the camera, he understood.
Stay. Stay. Stay.
What the director wanted for the next shot was all the wolves watching the sheep, waiting for the alpha wolf to give the signal to attack. It took a little bit of patience from everyone and precise coordination between the trainers to make it look exactly as the director wanted. Making sure everyone gets a treat for working can be a complicated thing with a pack of wolves.
Stay. Stay. Good. Stay. 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 Good. Stay.
Silver, no, Sylvie. You stay. You stay. You stay.
And it is obvious when watching the playback that the director got exactly what he wanted. It wasn't only the adult wolves that were turning into professional actors. The wolf pups had become equally at home in front of the camera. Pink and Blue would trade places working above and below the ground, winning the hearts of everyone around them.
Oh God, that's so cute.
Stay. Stay. Oh. What was that about? What was that about?
They were both just as silly as the other during playtime, but had a great attitude towards working. And Blue showed all the signs of becoming a big wolf. Including facing down a wall of cameras that would make a seasoned actor cringe. The sheep pen location was beautiful, with lush green grass and blue skies with floating clouds. Above the lake, the cows were causing a few problems. Nothing serious, just cows being cows. Down beside the lake, the sheep pen wall was being made higher because the wolves climbed the last wall too easily. The workers were using the same unique system of mud and grass bricks that had been used many years ago in the same area. I would know the next day if this added height would affect our filming with the wolves. Our plan was to shoot the exit of the wolves first. In the story, the wolves make a pile of dead sheep in the corner of the wall to climb out. But this day, we're using a blue ramp, which will be turned into dead sheep later with the help of the visual effects team.
Okay, so we're gonna call them back that way, then we're ready to go, okay?
Okay, stand by.
Ready, Andrew? Come.
Good.
Everything started out really good, but as soon as the wolves saw the height of the wall, they stopped. Since Parker was now the leader, I took him to the outside of the wall. If I could show him he was strong enough to get in from the outside, then perhaps he would believe he could jump down going the other way. All we could do was try again, and as I hoped, Parker jumped down, showing the others the way. Once the wolves knew they could do it easily, then it became fun for them. Parker always leading the way for the others to follow.
Wait till I'm off the ramp. Sure. We're gonna take them back over this way. Okay?
It had turned into an exhibition of wolf acrobatics, with even Forrest giving his own special twist at the end.
We're done? Sally, we okay, Sally?
Yes.
Good. I think we're perfect. Okay. This one was good.
Perfect, thank you.
The other one too.
With the weather quickly changing, we just needed the exterior shots of the wolves jumping out of the sheep pen and some shots of them approaching the sheep pen to complete this sequence. These wolves had more stamina, endurance, and heart than any other wolf I've ever worked with, which is why I'm sure the author of Wolf Totem was so fascinated with them and inspired to write his book. I had fallen in love with these animals, and I couldn't imagine leaving them behind in a few months. Yet again, these wolves had done everything we had asked today.
So all in all, I'm really happy, apart from mosquito bites, because they're everywhere tonight. I'm really happy with the way everything's gone on this particular sequence, so I can't wait to see the finished thing.
The grassland was truly a beautiful place. It was just as it had been described to us. Endless rolling plains of flowing grass that was home to life of all kinds. But signs of the modern world could be found everywhere. Even a remote location such as the grasslands cannot escape the needs or demands of an advancing civilization. While some still hold on to the simpler life, it is only a matter of time before progress finds them too.
It's normally this stuff to be done in the studio where you control the environment, you control the lighting, you control there's no wind, everything else is controlled. But here we're at the mercy of Mother Nature with the sun, with the shifting clouds, and more importantly with the wind flapping everything. So it's totally an unnatural environment for a wolf to work in.
The director needed a close-up shot of Silver running into her den to complete a sequence we'd shot earlier. But Silver is one of the smartest wolves we have, and she won't do anything until she fully understands what she's dealing with. This was a perfect example of working with a wolf. You can't ever force them to do something they don't want to do of their own free will. It just won't happen. Silver trusted me enough to come to the entrance of the den, but even with my relationship with her, she wouldn't enter until she had looked at every possible angle. As a trainer, all you can do is remain calm. If you let the pressure of the situation, or the pressure of everyone waiting on you, to cause you to get frustrated, the wolf will feel this and she will simply walk away. In that moment, you're the only thing she trusts, and you can't do anything to change that. Once Silver makes the choice to go inside the den, it's like a switch goes off in her head, and suddenly all the nervous behavior is gone. She walks in and out with complete confidence, as if the last few minutes never happened. All it took was a little patience and understanding from everyone. Summer was coming to an end as we got ready to shoot one of the most important scenes in the film, the moment when the lead actor makes friends with the wolf pup. The director was very clear on how he wanted the scene to play out between the actor and the wolf pup. Pink and Blue had rehearsed this scene many times before in another location, but it was their first time trying it here.
Mr. Blue.
Blue was too overwhelmed by everything to feel comfortable, and Pink would not even come through the hole, no matter how hard I tried to convince her.
Hi, look at that. Fingers.
It was one of these moments when you have to adapt to the situation. Pink and Blue would not do this scene today, that was clear. But I had a backup plan, and I explained it to the director. It was a total gamble, but I felt it could work. I believed it would work.
Roll cameras, roll camera. That's rolling. That's all.
Okay, and action.
小狼，小狼，开饭喽！ 开饭喽！
Seesaw appeared, right on cue.
Une bouteille.
The little wolf who never gave up, the little wolf everyone had doubted from the start, had just done the impossible for me. He was amazing.
Okay, and cut.
Cut. Super.
It's all right here, buddy. Good boy, good boy. There we go.
I always knew this little wolf would be special one day. We tried pink and blue and they were a little cautious of everything, and we pulled our ace in the hole with Seesaw, straight through the hole, interact with the actor, beautiful, just per the script as if you'd read it. So they said from the Eagle's Nest, as we call it, the Monitor Village, it was magical, so I've got a check, fingers crossed. Seesaw saved the day. Seesaw not only saved that day, but many days after that as well. He continued to grow into an amazing wolf, with a very distinctive appearance to match his loving personality. His unique relationship with the actor continued, allowing us to capture some amazing scenes on film.
Good, good, good.
But to me, he would always be little Seesaw, the wolf who never gave up. As we began the final filming period, it felt right that our next few weeks should end with the wolves on the grasslands. It was amazing to see the change in these wolves over the course of our journey together. Today they didn't care about being chased by drones or jeeps. They were actually having fun, sometimes running alongside the vehicles as if playing with them.
Keep going, Ray, keep going.
I started this journey the way the wolves have ended it, full of confidence and courage. I thought I knew enough about wolves to get me through this without a problem. Right from the start, these wolves filled me with fear and doubt, mainly about myself and my ability to understand them. But these wolves taught me to think differently, and they taught me anything is possible if you believe it is, even if you don't fully understand it. And I have no real idea why they did everything they did for us. They had given me so many sleepless nights and so many moments of pure, unbelievable joy. I will miss them all when this journey ends, and I will think of them every day. They had adapted to this life, they overcame every obstacle, and they survived together as a pack. And although they had accepted me into their lives, all they ever really needed was each other. It was clear that they would always remain wild and free in their hearts. And then there was Cloudy. Without him on this journey, we would not have achieved what we did, and the final film would not be the same. And although all the wolves are loved, he holds a special place in my heart. I believe everything happens for a reason, and I don't know if it was luck, fate, or a higher power that made him cross my path. But I believe he was put in my life at this time to help me, and maybe I helped him somehow too. From the first day I saw him, he was my daily inspiration. He was the glue that held everything together. And he was my shining light in a sometimes very dark tunnel. I feel sometimes that he saw the real me, which is something I couldn't always see myself. And I wish I could let him run free and live his life, but sadly that is not possible. All I can say is this: for trusting me when there was no reason to trust, for standing to fight when you should have laid down, for teaching me to have faith and to listen to my heart, and for holding on to life when you should have let go. I am forever grateful, and I thank you for everything.